Thank you for joining us for live paranormal radio. From the paranormal to the unexplained, it all happens here. It all happens here. Looking to enhance your radio experience? Participate in our live video chat 24/7 with our live paranormal radio show hosts and other like-minded people. Live. ParaNormal.com, the only interactive social chat room supported by Full Interaction Media. Stop by now and join the fun. Stop by now and join the fun.
Hello, everyone. This is Niki, ParaNormal, and you're listening to Live Paranormal Experience Radio on LiveParaNormal.com. And I will be one of your hosts tonight. I'm just waiting for my other host to be able to get logged into here so I can bring her on air. We got an exciting show for you guys, and as always. And we are excited to be here tonight. I know there's some nasty weather hitting a large majority of, I think everywhere on the planet. So I hope that everyone is safe this evening, and, we might not have as much of a presence in the chat room this evening due to the fact that the storms are, threatening to make everybody float or something. From what I understand, it's pretty nasty just about everywhere. I know I received an alert on my phone, although I haven't received the weather just yet, so rather confused by that one. So not sure what's up with that or any of the weird weather. I know poor Texas has been getting slammed, and, so is everywhere else, it seems, at least to me. But, yeah, who knows? So I'm just waiting on her to be able to get in here and see what's going on here. Let's go look. Yeah. All right. So, there she is. Here we go. We bring in Jenna with a J. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, that's okay. It's I was just talking about how the whole United States is evidently floating or something. The weather is so crappy everywhere.
Yeah.
So we might not have as much of a presence here in the chat room this evening due to the fact that people don't want to fry their computers. I totally understand. I too have had a week of that kind of stuff, haven't I, Jenna? You know all about my computer issues.
Yeah, you've had more computer issues than anyone I know.
I know, right? It's insanity. It's completely insane. But, I guess I'm just going to try to not drone on the past and think more so about the future. Because if I think too much about the past week, I just might lose it. I just might start crying. And, that doesn't make for an entertaining show.
No. And you know what? Your paranormal friend, Dom, actually helped you with your computer issues. So, kudos to Upstate Supernatural for helping you out.
Very much so. Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And they also have a show on Live Paranormal TV, which airs on Thursday nights. So any of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you need to figure it out because you need to head over there and check them out because they're pretty awesome. So, yes, I have not introduced our guest for the evening. Would you like to have the honors? They're not on the line, but, we can talk about them beforehand.
Our David Scott and John Stevens from IPRA, and they are awesome. We were watching their videos today, and they've gone to some really cool locations that I kind of want to go to myself. They went to one that you're definitely a fan of, right? Willow's Leap.
A fan or obsessed? I'm not sure which you'd exactly call it because I think I might fall under both. Which is Willow's Leap. I love Willow's Leap.
Yeah, you love Willow's Leap, and I'm obsessed kind of with Bob Mackey's and that location in general. I just would love to go there. And the other one that haunted house that was just sort of like a haunted house on, Johnson Road. that place.
Yeah. I had never heard of that place before seeing them investigate there. And, you know, it was just a short little, I don't know, to me it was kind of like a teaser because, of course, now I'm like, I got to get there, you know. And that's like with every location because, you know, I mean, that's how I think a lot of us get the inspiration of places to go or you know, seeing and sharing the experiences that other people have had at locations. Definitely always tells me as to, you know, kind of when I'm determining where I'm going next.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And they did a good job right now with that one.
Yeah, I was trying to find that place on the web, and there wasn't that much about it. The only thing I could find was that I guess the whole road itself is haunted, and it's kind of like closed off. And they made a mention of an abandoned house on that road. So I don't know if it's just there's an abandoned house there and they went to that house, or if it's like an actual location that you can book, or what it is, because I couldn't find that much information about it, really. It was interesting.
Yeah, and I'd never heard of it. So, of course, you know, now I'm, like, foaming at the bit. Like, how do I get there? Where is it? Like, because I want to go there. And, yeah, I want to, you know, I really, really don't understand what my deal is because I live less than 45 minutes away from Gettysburg. Right. Everyone on the planet's like, ooh, Gettysburg, ooh. And, yeah, it's a great place. But I personally have, I just have a fascination, I guess, with, like, Indiana. Indiana is, like, for me, one of the areas, you know, Indiana, Ohio, all the states within that area right there are just, like, they just suck me in. And it's insanity because, like, I'm not near them. I'm in Maryland. So I'm not exactly, like, you know, conveniently located down the street from Indiana. I do find myself in Ohio a lot, but I have got to get back to Indiana and do a ton of investigating. I just there's so many places that I've yet to be able to go to that, or I've already gone to that I'm just dying to get back to. I can't say enough about my experiences at Willow's Leap and the Monroe House, which are both in Indiana. As well as the Hamilton House, which was formerly known as Panzerati's. Awesome locations, all in Indiana, so all not exactly closely located to me, but I adore them. I love those places, and I can't get enough of them.
I know. I mean, I want to go to Kansas. Like, I would go tomorrow to Sally House.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to go to the Sally House. I don't know that it's exactly been on my bucket list per se for investigation locations. Although, you know, I think it's probably working itself in there. I mean, really, my bucket list is kind of like a never-ending scroll because I really don't think that there's really nowhere that I wouldn't want to investigate, but there's some locations I feel that perhaps I've worn out my welcome, and anybody who knows my big old deal about that. I have investigated this one location numerous times, and I kind of feel like the first time that I investigated this location, I had like awesome activity. I had awesome experiences, awesome activity, and then it kind of like stopped. And I swear it's probably just for me, but it's like every time I go there, I feel like I'm just looking at the walls. I'm looking at the walls, and oh my gosh, something around me is digging, and I can't tell what it's coming from. I'm like, what is that? Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, glad I heard that ding. Okay. That was really crazy because I have everything usually muted, so I'm like, what in the heck is that? And that was my iPad, so stand by.
Right.
There we go.
It's not
okay.
paranormal.
It was not a paranormal ding. That was totally a notification ding, and I just couldn't figure out where the hell it was coming from. Kind of felt like I was going crazy right there. That's what, look, it's like everything around me is going to start going off because I said that the one location that I have the opportunity to frequent doesn't seem to want to perform for me. And that's one of the things I like to make a point of, is that, you know, when you go on an investigation, and I don't care how far you travel, how much money you pay, or whether you're paying to go on a group, you know, public location, or if you're getting a private location, I don't care if you're getting it for free or you're paying $3,000 for the night. None of us have a contract with any type of, you know, entities. There's no, like, legal service that represents them, you know, that we can contact and then we can have them act out or something. So, you know, like, I love when I watch some other people do investigations, and especially the live ones, because, you know, that's what I had to do. I chose to do. I didn't have to do it. I chose to do it. And, boy, I mean, you know, people don't understand how difficult it is, and how much preparation and just the amount of stress that you put yourself through right before you go on air, and, like, you get your internet working and everything else, and then, like, you're doing your investigation. It's a lot of work, and it's also times when you won't have anything happen. And that's no fault of the person who's performing the investigation. We can't guarantee activity, you know, so, like, sometimes I think people are like, oh, this is boring. You know, I've seen this on YouTube especially. People are incredibly vocal and judgmental as to what they're watching, seeing happen on these investigations. And I'm like, look, don't knock it until you've rocked it, okay? If you haven't gone out there and tried to do a live investigation with no internet, okay, so you're either using your phone to stream on Ustream, or if you're using a wireless card or what have you, either be on YouTube, Ustream, wherever, don't criticize. Just appreciate the fact that somebody else is either out there freezing their buns off, or they're out there in this location where they probably spent an arm and a leg to get to, and now they're not having anything happen either. Don't give them a hard time. You know, I see it happen time and time again on YouTube. So,
well, no, plus two types of investigating, like where the people that go, they like to provoke, and then there's people that don't necessarily like to provoke in order to get activity. I am a person that I'm not a provoker. I don't really, it's my personal belief on it is I don't believe in provoking spirit. I believe if they want to talk, they will. And, you know, if you're open to it, but I just don't do that. That's just not my style. But I know you're a little bit more, you're a little bit more upfront about it. And that's what, I mean, like, that's what kind of, like, makes us different a little bit. But, and I appreciate that in you. I appreciate your differences, so, you know.
Well, and, you know, I guess for me, you know, sometimes I wonder whether I'm kind of pushing the limits of, because I don't like provoking either. I don't believe in it. I don't like it. But there are times when, I guess, there's levels of provoking, if you will. And I'm not saying that I think anybody should go out and pull a tight T-shirt, muscle-bound guy version of provoking in a location. Now, there are times when I think that perhaps I'm a little bit more aggressive in my question asking, especially if I don't like to know the history of a location before I go in, but let's be honest. If I saw that on YouTube and I was really into somebody's investigation, odds are I know something about it. Sometimes that, knowing just a little bit of information, you could kind of, you know, start asking questions, and I guess, I don't know, I guess that's where I question myself. Is it provoking? Is it not? I don't know. But I'm more aggressive in the manner of my question asking sometimes, you know, if the situation calls for it. I know it's like in Gettysburg, there was one location where I basically called the woman out because she abused kids, and I don't like that. Could I hold that back? No, I couldn't hold it back. So whether that's a bad thing or not, then don't like me. I don't care, because I don't appreciate what, you know, she was accused of doing. But I see here if this is our guest. So you're home alone, girlfriend, 1 minute.
Okay, no problem. So how's everybody in the chat room doing tonight? Yeah, Pineapple, sometimes you do get more than you bargain for.
You're not alone anymore.
Okay.
Okay, so we have David Scott, who is one of our guests this evening. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on. Boom! David, you're live.
Awesome. How's it going?
Hi. I'm Niki and Jenna.
Okay.
Yep, can hear you good.
Yep.
Okay, good.
How's it going?
How's
Is
it going?
it storming its butt off where you're at?
No. I'm in the south suburb of Chicago, and it's really nice out, actually.
Oh, cool. Because I know, like, I got a few phone calls before the show, and everyone's like, "It's storming!" I'm like, okay. So I wasn't sure,
It was a little cloudy earlier.
Yeah, it's like everywhere.
It was just cold. It was cold earlier.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was not cold here.
Yeah, it was not cold.
Yeah, it was cold yesterday and today.
It's been so hot. Oh, yeah. I've been put my arms in the pool today. That's all I put in though was my arms because I was like, I was busy.
I like the heat. So.
Well, then you would have been happy.
Yes.
So, tell us about IPRA.
Oh, sure. Well, let's see. We go by the name IPRA Strong. It's kind of our thing, kind of our hashtag. But it kind of actually started developing into like the team name. About somewhere around 2010, and basically it stands for the Illinois Paranormal Research Association. But like I said, we kind of just go by IPRA Strong these days. We're basically an online presence, and we provide. We're partners with YouTube, and we stream our show, Believe a Paranormal Experience. And I've been doing it since 2009 on the channel, and we've been doing good. We go all over the United States, and we document everything, and we make really nice little webisodes. And we've been doing pretty good. So far, we got about 40,000 subscribers, and it's growing. It's growing about every day.
That's awesome. I've been watching you guys since you guys came out. I swear, a lot of the places you guys have gone to are on my bucket list of investigation locations, and I'm just absolutely fascinated. I think John is on the line. I'm going to go check that real quick, so I'm going to leave you with Jenna and check and see if that's him. All right?
Cool, no problem.
Hey. So, yeah,
how's it going?
Good. We were watching your videos today, too, before the show, and you have a lot of great content on YouTube that we just were so interested in, and we're dying to ask you some questions, so I'm looking forward to this interview.
Cool.
You guys have done a really good job with your investigations. And
cool. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoy the videos.
Yeah, and you went to some places we hadn't heard of, so, we're looking forward to talking to you about those places.
Oh, yeah. We try to go to places that are a little off the grid. Some of the energy is untouched in some of these places, so it's a lot better. When you go to a location that's more investigated, more highly trafficked by investigators, I feel like the energy feels tired sometimes from all the provoking and people trying to communicate with the same spirits over and over again.
Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
And real quick, I'm going to jump in real quick. I've got John Stevens, who is another part of the group here, so he's live and on air. So everyone's present. Yay.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Hi. We were just saying how much we love watching you guys' videos. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, we were talking about the locations and how I'm insanely jealous, and I think that I've added most every one of the places you guys have been that I'm able to figure out where it's at onto my bucket.
There's no need to be jealous.
Yeah. There's some places
they want to go there.
I'm Googling the crap out of it. I can't find it. I'm like...
more like I Googled the crap out of it, and
Yeah, okay, she Googled the crap. She's the Google master, so she Googled it, and, I want to go to the, is it the Johnson Road Murder House?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Johnson Road Murder House, actually, somebody burned it down a week after we investigated there, yeah.
Oh, have you guys noticed that happens more and more? Some of the places you guys have gone no longer exist. So you guys have that curse too. Okay, like you guys have gone there, done a video, and then poof, gone. Okay.
Yeah, it does happen.
Did you? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, like
I
know. Are you sure about that, Dave?
Am I bad?
Did you ever swing by there again?
Dude, no, I read about it. It was an article. It burned down. Somebody actually burned it down a week after we were there.
You saw it?
Yeah, we went there
in the news
around
or
Halloween. Yeah, somebody burned it down. I think it was like on Halloween. We had investigated there.
Oh wow,
like
that's horrible. That's horrible. Wow.
Yeah, that place was creepy and definitely haunted. Shotgun casings on the wall from when the guy, murdered the family. It was terrible, but I mean, it made for a really spooky environment.
And of course, I love those types of environments. I don't know if you guys saw the fear training videos. Okay, so I did my own version of that. So tell me about the fear training. How was that? Did any place really test that for you?
Well, fear training is still in progress. We I'm kind of all over the place right now. I started a couple of different series, fear training with different micro series, but we still have 2 more episodes to go. That was like a 5-part series, and we've only done 3 videos, so we got 2 more of those coming. And basically, I mean, Sean and I are so used to investigating with just us two, we just wanted to spice things up a little and make ourselves better investigators. And by doing that, we decided to start going in places completely alone. And this is just to train us how to operate, 2 different cameras and different pieces of equipment by yourself, as well as coping with the anxiety that you feel with being alone in a location. Because when you're alone, it's a completely different story. I mean, it's just way different than when you're with other people.
It's completely different. Every little, anything, even if it's a building settling, or, you hear it, and you hear it well. Mm-hmm. But I think we all let our senses down when we're together. It's like, I've got somebody else here.
The energy intensifies like 10 times more when you're by yourself. And
you're more vulnerable,
you just feel the energy.
Right. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So we decided to do that to make ourselves better investigators, and it's also really cool to watch it the way we do it. We do 2 different camera angles, and it kind of gives the viewer more of an experience.
I think that's great, and I think that more I've got 2 point of view cameras, okay, and honestly I've got to figure out how to mount these puppies. But you guys did a great job because you could actually see, where you're going, and then see your facial expression when you hear that branch, something shuffle in the corner or what have you. And I love that part of it, and I think I really appreciate that because not a lot of people, people say, I'll go in a room by myself. But when it comes down to going to a location and going through it by yourself, or, I'm just the kind of person, I'm like, lock me in the worst place you've got in the building. And they're looking at me and
definitely
like,
tough,
Me and David, we are always trying to come up with something new to make our viewers more interesting, to let them think, show them that we're not boring. We want to keep it going strong,
we're self-produced, so we can do things that are different. We like being self-produced. I mean, we enjoy it because it allows us to do whatever we want, with our videos.
Yeah, there's that freedom, the beauty of the freedom of choice in what you do, and I think that's a fabulous thing, and that's one of the things that I think YouTube helps deliver to people. You don't have to be told what to do, and I love that. And I can't wait for the rest of fear training. I can't wait.
There's 2 more coming.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's 2 more coming up. So John did Mantino.
Yeah, I did good old Mantino State Hospital.
That place is awesome.
It's off the hook.
Just recently, I was told that it was in the process. One of the buildings that was left, or the abandoned building that was actually left, called the Morgan Cottage building, is in the process of being torn down. I had a friend of mine that was just up there, and he was taking pictures of the building being torn down. I guess the other day, actually, because he posted it on my Facebook page and said, "Hey, the building's going." I was like, "Oh no."
Another one bites
We've
the
had
dust,
a lot of experiences there. That building.
Oh yeah, Mantino is definitely, that place is so active, and
that's where I actually met Dave.
Yeah, we met actually. Yeah, we met in an insane asylum.
I love it. That's my favorite place in the world to investigate. I love insane asylums, and people are like, "That's because you belong in one," and I'm like, "No."
Well,
amazing.
It's just it's a very creepy environment, and there's so many crazy stuff that went on at those places. It always makes for some good haunting.
Definitely.
That's like one of the top 5 on my list of one of the places being haunted. I mean, you just walk in and they're just all over you.
Oh yeah,
you can feel the energy coming off the walls.
Yeah, that's what I love.
And is that the only place? Is that the only building left there? And now it's going to be gone?
Yeah. Well, no. There's other buildings. They've been renovated and they're used for other things.
Some people run their businesses out of them, and then there's like a center for special children, or what is that called?
Like just mentally disabled young adults, like inpatient therapy.
Oh, okay. Now, does that place,
like
did those buildings have any reports of activity, or was it primarily?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
John's got a buddy. Yeah, John's got a buddy that works there, and he's always telling him about stuff that's going on. We actually, one of our most recent videos, we investigated one of the renovated buildings. It was one of our more recent uploads.
I think it was this. They call it the St. James 1 building.
Mm-hmm. The James
each building were all individual cottages, and they all held different types of patients in each cottage. So.
Yeah, the State Hospital was like a city, its own little city.
I love that. I used to work at a mental hospital. Maybe that's my fascination, but I think a lot of them were built with the same idea, to make them their own little, like their own self-running society, like little cities.
Oh yeah.
And I
they had
think
a meat building.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely.
Nikki, you and I will probably end up there one day.
I know. We'll probably be committed as patients one day, but we'll still get to go, right? Thumbs up.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta wonder. I mean, all this ghost hunting, what is it doing there?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You guys just y'all just let us know. Maybe I can make the call, make the phone call, and arrange something for y'all.
Don't realize I will go jump in my car right now, right?
In the near future, or whatever.
We'll get you in.
There you go.
Make some calls, some phone calls.
Chicago way.
Now, you guys went to another place that is near and dear to my heart, and is one of it's my favorite place. And I get all weird talking about it because I love it so much. I'm kind of obsessed. Probably not healthy. Willow's Weep.
Oh yeah, it's a good place.
Willow's Weep.
Yeah, me and John, man, that place. John was fine. John didn't care. He wasn't spooked at all, but you weren't spooked at all by that place. I was getting really creeped.
You made me sit in a chair, dude.
You got John got a little spooked when I made him sit in a chair.
His facial expression when you made him sit in the chair was priceless. He was like, "Really?"
Yeah. His facial expression was just like, "Are you shitting me? Really?"
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God! I was just like, "Come on, Dave."
Yeah, I made him put on that goofy hat too. There was a hat hanging on the wall.
Yes,
it was supposed to be one of the people that lived. Yeah.
I've worn the hat. I've sat in the chair. I've got pictures in my phone. Like, yeah, I love that place. Sweetheart. But the place is. What about the tree? The facial expression when you guys were pulling in was similar to that of mine. When I had to drive under the damn tree. And your car, you all look like you were in a truck or an SUV. I was in a car, and my car was touching this damn tree, and I'm like, dude, I know about this tree. Like, or my screwed now?
Yeah, it's true. It kind of just starts groping your car when you're driving in there.
Right. Because you're at FedEx. It's like you're wrapping around it.
we were driving by, we were turning in, and some guy was yelling profanity words or something.
Yeah, some kind of like rednecky guy.
Shocker.
It was just like, oh God.
The townsfolk didn't seem to like us very much. City slickers.
Brenda was awesome. She was a good hostess.
She is awesome. Now, I had to go to Walmart while I was there. Did you guys know that the closest Walmart is in the state you guys are from?
Wow. No.
Yeah. Yeah, it was in Danville, Illinois. It was the closest Walmart.
Yep.
Nice.
We had some psychic with us. Remember that, Dave? She was showing us around. She took us to some cemetery over there.
Yeah. I don't remember her name.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We watched it again today to brush up.
Yeah, we sat and watched a bunch of your investigations today just to refresh us. But that was one that we really, really enjoyed. Mainly because Niki could give me side notes of the location as well. She was like, when I sat in that chair, I felt like I shouldn't be there. And I'm
yeah. You know, you get that instant you don't belong feeling. It's almost like get the hell out of my chair. It's you feel like you need to get up. Get the hell out of this. It's not right.
Yeah.
And then that mark on the one wall in the room where the lady died of the drug overdose, or the pills. In the one room, that mark on the wall, that weird mark. That was just one of the weirdest things. But,
yeah, it's like a burn mark or something.
Yeah, it's really weird. But, out of all the locations I've ever investigated, I didn't have the most activity at Willow's Weep. I didn't. It wasn't because of that. It's almost, there's more to Willow's Weep than I. I don't know why. I'm, really into that place. I didn't have, this, fantastic amount of activity. I mean, I had a decent amount, but it wasn't the craziest place I've ever been to. But it's my favorite, and I guess...
It's the energy that's there. It's really strange.
It is. It's so weird. I just have to go back and get more. It's strange. I'll be back there soon.
I think they have a meet and greet coming up in the summer.
They do.
Yeah, I think it's free, too.
The same weekend is, I think, Scarefest and a Comic-Con, and I'm actually scheduled to be somewhere else, so I can't make it. I feel bad. Because I want to go.
We're supposed to be at Scarefest this year.
Awesome places.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Some of the other awesome places you guys have gone to. Now, you guys have investigated a ton of different places. I want from each of you what you felt was the most awesome or most interesting investigation location you guys have been to.
Well, I don't know.
You going first, David?
It's tough because there's places that are the coolest locations, and then there's places that we had our coolest investigations. Because some places are just crazy, but then other times we'll go to somewhere just so random, but we'll catch the craziest thing. I don't know. When we investigated the Casa Madrid, that was pretty crazy. Yeah, we had these actual energy balls flying at us in the dark. When you watch the video, it kind of looks like really big orb, big orb would fly up to our body and then fly away, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't like a dust orb or something. They were very big and they were glowing, in the dark. And besides night vision, I'm talking about with our bare eyes. That was nuts. And then flooding fluid in my body, and then we had stuff flying around in the room, stuff was moving around. That was pretty intense. So definitely Casa Madrid. It's an old speakeasy. Definitely check out the video that we had. It's crazy.
Is that the town of Cicero, I think?
That's in
Cicero?
It's in Melrose Park.
Oh, Melrose Park. Okay, that's not too far from us.
Is in Cicero.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the place is closed down, or
I think so.
I think that building's actually for sale, but I don't know. I could be wrong. That's what I was told.
What do you think, John? Craziest place, craziest location?
Well,
we've done.
I don't know. One of the most memorable ones was the St. James Hotel when we went with Bill Chappell and Chris Fleming.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, that was so beautiful.
Yeah,
Cimarron, New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico was cool. Bill Chappell flew us out with Chris Fleming, and that was the first time. I'm sure you guys have heard of Bill Chappell's device he uses with the Xbox 360 Kinect sensors to catch spirits. That was before anybody knew about it. We were testing it for the first time, and anybody had ever tested it in the field. And it was insane because Chris Fleming started channeling the spirit, and I don't know how I felt about channeling. I'm always very skeptical about everything like that, and I'd never met Chris before. But at the same time, Bill had that device that we were testing, and it was crazy because we actually caught the spirit working Chris like a puppet on the screen. We actually captured it, and it was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. I know John was freaking out. Not freaking.
I was like, whoa, what the hell?
You just couldn't believe what you were seeing.
Yeah.
That's
never
pretty
seen anything like that before.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then after that night, after that happened, we had a good sleep, and me and David, we woke up and we went filming down the road. We found some cemetery. We didn't have our cars, of course, because Bill was driving, but we walked down to this. It was called Mountain View Cemetery, and the mountains were all just around, and it was an old school cemetery.
Oh wow!
It was beautiful. Like the footage that you recorded in the beginning, where you caught the hawk or whatever in the sky, or whatever.
No, it was crazy. Me and John woke up at like 7 a.m, and we left the hotel. And Cimarron, New Mexico is like a straight Wild Wild West town. It hasn't really been built up for tourism or anything. It stayed the same ever since the 1800s. And so we took a little walk, and then we ended up in the mountains in this cemetery, and it was just a weird. It was kind of like, it sounds kind of weird, but it was like a magical thing going on. Cause I don't know how to explain it. I was filming this footage, and I was just recording really beautiful footage inside there, and then John said I got this hawk flying into the sun somehow. It just happened to do while I was recording, and it just looked so cool. It was just a really cool town to be in, and I definitely recommend that place to you guys for sure.
Yeah,
great.
Absolutely.
Now I have to go to New Mexico, guys. Okay, just keep
watch that episode for sure.
Here, okay?
Nikki, gas up the RV. We're going on a trip.
I know. I bought this 38-foot RV. I can hit the road at any time.
There you go. Yeah, we'll jump in.
There's
space out. We'll be right there.
It's so solid and cold by the time I get there, all 38 feet of it. It'll be a miracle. I'm just weird about driving through that Allegheny Pass that I have to take to go to get to Ohio areas. It's narrow, man. It's narrow. And I'm driving a monster through there. I just don't know about that.
Oh yeah. We were driving in the mountains in New Mexico. I was freaking out.
We had to go to Walmart. It was like an hour and a half drive.
Yeah.
I remember that ride. It was making everyone sick.
Oh my God! We were driving in the mountains and we were all getting sick. Yeah.
Oh no. That's horrible.
Yeah, because we had to go to Walmart, and it was like at the top of a mountain in this little tiny town called Taos, and the town was all made out of mud. Even the Walmart was made out of mud.
Oh my God, that's crazy. So look, another story. Look, an investigation trip that has to do with Walmart, isn't it?
Something tells me that happens a lot in investigations.
We are not.
Hey, they got cheap batteries. They got cheap batteries.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was definitely cool. And we're actually Ghost Adventures called us up, and they used some of our footage from that St. James investigation. And then they just called us back a couple weeks ago, and they're going to put more of the footage in an Aftershock episode.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's cool. I mean, just, a little bit more, get the word out,
Well, your videography is definitely great.
Thanks.
When on your YouTube channel, where you're a filmmaker, you really do put the extra effort in to make sure that your videos look good. And
it does go a long way. Helps a lot.
Now, I want to know about St. Is it St. Paulo? Collective.
Yeah.
That one really interested me. You guys looked like it was like super creepy. And did you guys get more than what was in the actual video? I know you said that there was a lot of echo there.
Yeah. Well, with Satan's Hollow, we went in there and it was more scary than we kind of expected. I like to find places that are off the grid and places that are like borderline dangerous and really scary. We're kind of at risk. People like to see that, and so that seemed like a good location for that. But when we got in there, it was just so claustrophobic, and we were miles and miles underground, walking through all these tunnels. And if we wanted to get out, something happened, we couldn't really get out, and that was the scary part. And we recorded a lot, but I mean, I only put in the video very intriguing parts. But we actually cut that one off short because the ghost box, we were just really talking about things, really horrible things, and the energy just got really nasty and evil. So we were probably in there for like 2 hours, but then we cut it off after that.
Yeah, Nikki and I were like, we want more of this. We wanted to hear more. Like, just, we like that one.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think, Dave?
Everybody talks about it.
Yeah.
Satan's Hollow Part 2?
Yeah, you need to post more.
Yeah.
We might go back. We might go back. We'll do a fear training. I'll send John in there by himself.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not going in there by myself. Hell no. That place is crazy. I mean, we both over the years.
Look fun. That doesn't look fun. It looks like you could get killed in there.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We were hearing like footsteps coming at us. It was crazy.
Okay, it looked scary.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely was. Anything involving Satan worshipers and stuff is really, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
Speaking of Satan, it's been an interesting week for Satan on the interwebs. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but on social media, I guess there's been this hashtag called the Charlie Charlie Challenge, where kids have been deciding to summon up I guess you'd call it a negative entity or a demon called Charlie. It's supposed to be a Mexican demon. Now, there hasn't been too much validity to the fact that there is a real demon called Charlie. But in general, like, I guess my question to you is, what are your thoughts on, like, kids and teenagers, deciding to conjure up this stuff? Since you're in the paranormal, you investigate. I know that MTV actually did another article afterwards giving them 9 more demons or something like that in addition to Charlie, to try and conjure. If you really like conjuring Charlie, well, here's 9 more. And I think that's kind of irresponsible. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's not good that kids are doing it. Like, I don't recommend Ouija board stuff at all, because you just don't know what you're getting yourself into. For the most part, I mean, they're doing it at school, they're just goofing around. I think the Charlie thing is, I've read the articles and I've seen it. It's just to me, it looks like, just kind of like one of those things kids do in school just to spook each other. And, like Bloody Mary, everybody used to do, back in the day and everything. It's kind of the same concept, but you also gotta be careful because you just never know. If you're playing with that kind of stuff and you're trying to do seance-like stuff, what could happen? So you got to do. And most people, they don't really know. They're just trying to spook themselves. But there is a possibility of conjuring something up for real, and then that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, I just think like when it comes to negative energy, you don't want to seek that out. Whether it's whether it's a stupid challenge or a legitimate, negative entity. I just feel as though, like, leave good enough alone, because you really don't, in this world where we're talking to spirit, you don't really know who you're communicating with, and you don't really know exactly, the power behind it and what it can do to you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys ever been in a situation where, I saw one video where someone almost got possessed or was partially possessed? I mean, have you gotten in a situation where, you really legitimately afraid and scared that something was going to take you over?
Yeah. Well, John, were you there? I think you were there, right, when that happened?
Where?
Where? We were at Manteno State Hospital, and we were going through an investigation, and we were using the obelisk, and my brother started getting really angry. Max started getting really angry and, like, swearing at the obelisk. You don't remember that?
Oh, yeah, I was there, yeah.
Yeah, and then, so, like, whatever the spirit was, we were at Manteno State Hospital. The spirit, my brother used to come with me occasionally. My younger brother is about 3 years younger than me. He used to come with and just kind of come once in a while. But he was using the obelisk, and an intelligent spirit came on. I mean, really intelligent. And it was, you know, scary how intelligent it was. Just completely took over the obelisk and was speaking to him directly, like just him. And it was back and forth, intelligent responses. And he started getting very angry and aggressive out of nowhere and started swearing at the entity. And then the entity called him a retard. And that was it. He just turned it off, and he was angry about it. So we left the investigation. You know, after a while, we were done. And on the way home, my brother, like I said, he's 3 years younger than me. He's like 22 now, I think. And he, on the way home, he, you know, was in the passenger seat, and I was driving. He started convulsing, and his hands like curled up, and his face got all construed, and he started having a full-on seizure. He couldn't move, he couldn't open his mouth, and he started convulsing. And so I pull over and I call an ambulance, you know, and you know, the ambulance comes, and he's sitting there like he looked straight up possessed. And the guy comes up to the car, and he asked me if my brother was always this bad. Like he thought by looking at my brother that my brother was like a special person, you know, that, you know, but he wasn't. He was just having a seizure, and it was crazy. And you know, we went to the hospital, and they gave him some sedatives, and he relaxed. And the doctors couldn't figure out why he had a seizure. He has no history of epilepsy or anything like that. And they said he had an epileptic seizure. They said they couldn't figure it out. So I mean, the fact that seizures are very related to possession. It's one of the first signs of a possession is having a seizure. And the fact that spirit was focusing directly on him makes me believe that it was a partial possession. So I started doing prayers once we got home. Yeah, and as I'm saying these prayers and trying to blunt him, you know, he's interrupting me and stuff. Like, he didn't even realize he was doing it, but he would tell me to stop, and he would interrupt me. Finally, I got through it, and it was like a week later he said he felt fine, but there's still one of those experiences where one of the scariest things I ever saw was him convulsing like that, and he couldn't move. He looked like evil. It was crazy. Like, I have no idea how to explain it.
Wow.
Yep, that was crazy. You really do got to be careful out there, because that stuff does happen. You know.
Yeah, you definitely got to protect yourself in all the ways you know how. I mean, the best of your.
Yeah, definitely. So,
wow.
The best way is just, as far as I've known from experience, is the best way to protect yourself is with your faith. Whatever faith you may have, regardless of what it is. If you're wearing something that represents whatever faith you have better chances of it warding off those spirits, because they don't like faith at all, any form of faith at all. They don't like it. Regardless of your religion or whatever, but it's just always good to have something that shows that, you know, you're stronger than they are, and you're alive, and you're not, you know. So get them to back off a little.
Now, do you guys have anything coming up soon that you'd like to promote, like an investigation or a new YouTube video that's coming out? Or
we do have several that are coming out. We have Peoria State Hospital. We haven't released in about a month or so. I've been extremely busy.
Bowen building.
Huh?
That's the Bowen
building. We have we got about 2 or 3 filmed already that we need to release. The Peoria State Hospital, the Bowen building, extremely large, you know, mental hospital. Bowen building was crazy. They did they did a lot of weird experiments in there. And what are some of the experiments they did for John? The lobotomy,
and they did the hydrotherapy.
Yeah, it was crazy. That
down
place
in
was
the
nuts.
basement.
It was really haunted.
Down in the basement, I believe, and a couple other things.
They got a table. They got a morgue down there. I was laying on the table, and I laid down. I laid down on the table.
Actually,
and
both had took turns.
Crazy. Yeah,
I want to go.
I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, I know.
We did our little fair training thing where we did. We both took on different parts of the building by ourselves. John went downstairs in the morgue, and I went up into the lobotomy ward, and we investigated it completely alone. And we had dual cameras on our body, and it was crazy. So that'll be in that video too. We decided to spice it up and do that a little bit. We caught some really cool stuff in that. So I'm looking forward to getting that out. One of our last investigations was Evil Haunted Intentions, I think it's called. It's
Evil Intentions Haunted House.
Yeah.
It was a coffin company. They run a haunted house out of there now, and it's in where was that? Schaumburg?
No, Elgin.
And it's a haunted house that's actually haunted, and it's really cool. It was a casket company and lots of deaths there. And that place is, oh my God, dude. That place is haunted as hell. We investigated it with Chris Fleming, and he joined us for that one, and we caught some crazy stuff. I'm not going to talk about it because I want you guys to watch it, but it was nuts what we caught. It's groundbreaking what we captured there.
Yeah, I know. We're
so going to watch it. And I'm so going to try to find the place and try to go there myself. You know this, right?
Put it this way. We captured something that will prove, basically, that spirits talk directly into your microphone when you're recording an EVP. We actually got spirits talking into a microphone. You can see it.
That is crazy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's actually like sticking its head inside of the voice recorder. It's insane.
That's awesome. So. Now, do you guys use any apps when you're on the road, or do you guys just strictly use, like, voice recorders and, just the regular
we use some apps here and there, but not really. Sometimes we'll goof around with them. If I'm out and I end up somehow in a haunted place and I don't have anything but my phone, then yes, I'll use my phone. But normally we got tons of other stuff that works way better.
Yeah. Cool.
Wow. I can't wait. I'm going to be I'm already subscribed. Now I'm going to have to set alerts to your channel so it can, I don't miss anything. Okay?
Definitely subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, everyone head over there and subscribe. I put the links in the chat room so cool. Everybody can find this that way. They click on any of the links we put in the news pieces. And I would have to say, you guys are awesome. Would love to get the opportunity to investigate with you guys sometime. We're all over in the same area. That'd be awesome.
You guys got us on Facebook, so, feel free to hit us up,
Sounds good.
Whatever.
Will do. Well, thank you guys for being guests on the show tonight. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what else you guys have coming out.
Cool. Thanks for having us, guys.
Well, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All
right, bye, guys.
Wow. Okay, so now my list is even longer, okay, for real.
I know, and I got to get to researching these locations for you so that we can just have it in a spreadsheet.
I'm saying, I'm trying to go to, I'm really upset about the Johnson Road Murder House. I was really feeling it. That place
I know, me too. When we watched that, I was like, I want to go there now.
I know, I was like, I'm getting in the car. I can do the show from the bed.
I know, I'm like, how fast can I get to where Niki is? And then can we go from there?
I know, how many hours apart are we? Okay, how far are we from here? No, I love their work. I've been subscribed to them for years now. Awesome guys. First time I've ever had the opportunity to talk to them. Proved to be just as cool when talking to them as they are when they're investigating.
Yeah, they're very chill.
If you're not subscribed, head over there to their stuff. Subscribe, follow, all that jazz. Because they're pretty cool. Should do it. Yeah.
I know, and I'm glad we got some inside scoop on some of the stuff that wasn't in the videos.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. But I guess we're gonna call in the night. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. Tune in on Tuesday for What Do I Do on Tuesday? It is live Paranormal Spotlight Radio. Wednesday.
And I'll be joining you this Tuesday.
Yes.
Because I'll be filling in for Rob, who will not be here.
Yes.
But I love being able to fill in for the shoes of the big man.
Yes, I think so too. And let's see, Mike, I will get back to you on that. Then we have on Wednesday, Paranormal Spotlight Radio. Yeah. So, okay. So everyone tune in, and we'll be here again this time. Same bat time, same bat channel next week. Peace out.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Have a good night.
Peace.